Hello crafty friends, this is the Papered Chef here. I'm doing my last minute Christmas holiday preparations, and today I came up with these wine tags that I'd like to show you for just a couple minutes. I'll give you a close-up, I'll give you some measurements, and then there'll be more details on my blog, thepaperedchef.com. Well, I had a lot of German wine, different wines like Dornfelder, Riesling, and giving them out for the holidays. And I thought, well, I have this Christmas around the world paper with these nutcrackers on it, and I thought that would be perfect to make some wine tags. Okay, so here's what I did. Now, I could have used like cherry cobbler or real red in the background, but I'm using Riding Hood red, which is a retired Stampin' Up! Color. And the reason I'm using Riding Hood red is I just have a lot of it. I have a whole pack of 24. And because there are many shades of red in these nutcrackers, I thought that would be fine to use. It really does coordinate well. Okay, my measurements for the outer part of the tag is, let me just go back here. So I'd cut this outer part of the tag 8.5, which was the width of the cardstock already, by 2 5/8. Okay, and then I cut the inner layer 8 3/4 by 2.5 inches. Okay, and then notice what I did here. I have a little layer with a little bit of an outline, and I scored it before I adhered it. Now the reason for that is I don't want to put adhesive on this. Let me just go ahead and score it. Let me just go ahead and fold this and show you what I mean. So I'm gonna I scored it. I'm gonna fold it. Now these two pieces are gonna be adhered together, but I still need to punch them. Now I don't want to punch them with adhesive on them, okay? Because I don't want to get adhesive to gunk up my punch. Okay, so what I'm using here is this. This is from Stampin' Up! In the current catalog. It's called the Pretty Label Punch. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so I scored this tag at 2.5, which is, typically when I make wine tags, I do that. You can also round the corners and do different things like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the punch in there, about right in the middle. So there's the score line, and that's where I'm punching. Okay, close up so you can see that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the adhesive, okay, and adhere these together, because now I'm not going to gunk up. I'm not going to have any adhesive under that area. Okay, and the other thing I want to mention is that you should save these pieces, because you could punch out new pieces with the Pretty Label Punch for your tags, but if you save the pieces, you can use them for your tags. Okay, so here's a close-up of the tag again. So what I did is, now there's another thing that came into play here. This is a paper pumpkin kit. Okay, and this has the name right here. Okay, Pining for Plaid, October 2017, I mean. Okay, so in this kit, I was able to get this, Season's Greetings. I was able to get Glad Tidings of Joy. These are the stamps that were in there. Cherry Cobbler is what I used to stamp, or Basic Black. And I was able to get these little pieces of plaid that were the cardstock the card was made from. Okay, so what I did is, so here's, I got these and the little gold accents. I'm layering them up with dimensionals. Okay, so just some dimensionals in the back. Okay, so that's the front part of the tag. Now then I took a piece of this plaid cardstock. I just cut my cards apart because I didn't make that many shaker cards. I did make a shaker box, which is on my blog. Okay, I cut this 1 inch by 3.5 inch. Okay, so then I took the triple banner punch, and you could shove this little thing in there, but that's not a good thing because you'd cut off too much if you did that. So what I like to do is I take the triple banner punch and I just make sure I center it exactly. Cut off exactly the piece I need. So there's a little tip, okay, for you, and then cut off another little tip. Okay, it's a tip and a trick, and it's also the tip of my banner I'm cutting off. Okay, so there we have it. So now I layered. Okay, again, dimensionals, always dimensionals for the outside of a wine tag because you want it to pop. Okay, so that's another layer. Okay, then I took the inside of the tag that I punched up here for the pretty label punch. Okay, layered that. Or you could just punch a new one. See, here's one without score lines. That does look nicer. So if you have a lot of extra cardstock, which I do, I would cut that one without the score lines. But the next one, the plaid, which also came out of the back, it's behind the Nutcracker, that I didn't mind the score line because the score line is, as you can see, the score line is going to be covered up here. So there, put that one there. And again, dimensionals on every layer. And then I go ahead and I attach them to the tag. Okay, so here's some close-ups of what I did. So here's my tag, and then I had these little nutcrackers that I got in Germany, and they're just like great little accents. I used gold baker's twine. I had from a baker's twine trio. Okay, so there's one. And this is also part of the Christmas Around the World Designer Series paper. Okay, that's where this nutcracker comes from. Christmas Around the World. Okay, just move that off to the side. So that color there is Soft Sky. Okay, then here's another tag. Okay, and what's great is when I use my brother Scan and Cut to cut some of these papers out, I cut bows out of the paper from that pack, and I also cut out these different greetings. And this is like Blessed Christmas, and I was like, wow, how cool, because I can use these later, but I wasn't sure how I was going to use them, and now I know. I have my German wine, put my German sayings on the wine. Okay, here's another one, another nutcracker, just another bottle of German wine, and my fourth bottle of German wine, which is like, I don't speak German, but this is like all is good for the new year. And then I just did Glad Tidings of Joy and another little nutcracker. And I used the baker's twine gold because I think that accents well with the ornaments. Okay, so let me just take you back a little. I know I want to show you my nutcracker. It's kind of hard because I have a narrow field of view on right now, but there are my tags. And I hope you enjoyed my project of the day. I will be posting all the full instructions on my blog with the material list. Thank you for watching.